So let's talk. I was thinking about this the other day. Somebody joined one of my social media accounts that were not necessarily somebody that I would associate with in terms of the beliefs that I have in science and in a lot of different things. And I come to the realization with this that you know what? A lot of people in this world do not believe what scientists and researchers actually believe. And in fact, there's lots of scientists and researchers have completely different views than me. In fact, most of them have different views than me. That's the whole reason with doing this. But I was taking a step back in terms of thinking about, oh my gosh, this person is following me. I don't know what to do. I'm kind of freaking out with this. And I'm not going to tell you who this person is, and you'll never be able to find this person because they're kind of mediocre celebrities. So I started thinking about this. Well, what if this is the way that I can actually address some of the trickier questions that we have about the validity of science and having people sort of believe in themselves again and looking at the world completely differently than what they currently view the world right now. You know, if they slowly listen to what I'm saying, I'm kind of giving you a little bit of propaganda about how the world actually works and what's going on with the world. So, I'm not trying to sell something that my way is the only way to do things and all of that kind of stuff, but I believe in the sort of scientific community and the progression of science and doing things like that. I know it's a really tricky thing for a lot of people to believe in this. So what I would actually say is that by somebody actually following me, then I'm like, I don't know, I'm kind of sketched out and I'm kind of freaked out about this. It's actually a good thing because all of a sudden they're listening to a different viewpoint and how things happen. And in my view and my take on how this actually works and how I think about the world is that I am viewing the world as if I'm a totally normal human being. I'm not some scientist and stuff like that. I'm a normal human being that just happens to be a scientist, a researcher, a professor, or whatever. And so my take on the world is a lot different than I think way that most people think about it. I'm dealing with myself and the struggles that I deal with, and then hopefully other people can see, wait a minute, this is not as easy as one would think it would be, and wait a minute, maybe some of the ideas that we have that are seemingly weird and unusual, maybe that there are actually some validity there, maybe not, but at least I'm actually trying to do my part and trying to build gaps and bridges between people that maybe just don't have the same view as somebody that I has. But at the same time, I think that's the beauty of this, right? That eventually, if somebody listens to this, and eventually as we sort of keep going with all of this kind of stuff, maybe we have different views. Maybe my view is a little bit more mainstream than what other people view as mainstream. But that's a good thing, right? There's not enough people that are actually talking about kind of the way that I think scientists would sort of agree on how this stuff actually works. There really isn't that much of people that are legitimate scientists, researchers doing this kind of stuff. And there's not that many people that are, I would consider, of a certain ilk that is actually going about things that is kind of normal in the sense that it's straight and narrow. And I'd say I'm a square in many different ways. So why not, right? Why not talk about these things? I don't have to be some crazy whacked out, somebody to the extreme, but I'm just living my life, and hopefully you get to follow along too. All right, take care.